Good afternoon, highly esteemed presence of academicians. Thank you for this opportunity on this prestigious event presenting this paper. Uh, this paper will talk about the influence of religion, the impact of religion on the behavior of a consumer. Though we are in 2024, we are in the latest or beliefs influence the growth of mindsets. And events and celebrations and festive seasons would impact buying, directly. It will be highly proportionate. It will define the buying decisions which are made by any consumer throughout the world. That I would state in that way. Here, this study is based on a very qualitative analysis through scriptures, maybe holy books and articles, and the books and the already published research papers. Let's say when you look at Christmas, maybe for an example, here, even though we do have a lots of religions in the world, I have basically focused in my studies or study on Christianity and Islam, which is much related to us. So when you look at Christmas, maybe it has a global influence when it comes to that festive season, maybe the color, the theme, and maybe the things that we prefer to buy during Christmas, especially. It is a matter of gifts, and it is a matter of celebration for the, especially which is centralized when it comes to the Christian communities and Christian countries where the religion is prominent. Whereas when you look at the Gulf countries, we would say that maybe we celebrate much on Ramadan and Eid, which will decide upon our consumer behavior and what do we buy, what sort of things that we buy. So let us come to this. Research is established in two different ways, in the macro and the micro level. And we have to, this would state, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't notice, I was looking into my, okay, I'm sorry for that. So the religion influences the way people evaluate their products. This is what the study would be focusing, and the study focused on it is trying to state that religion influences the way that we evaluate products and the importance of specific products in our lives. Even we would rather like to say that even the color that we choose would be related to the mindset which is developed because of our religious belief, because of our sanctity, because of the holiness that we may have in our minds. Religiosity is the degree of to which an individual or a society hold believes in specific religious values. We can differentiate between religiosity. Maybe for a very conservative religious person would have higher religiosity when compared to that of a flexible, like in a minimal sort of a religious believer. So in the case of religion and religiosity, reference groups will also matter, like the people, those who are in the community, in the group, would matter in our decision making. It will it will reflect in our investments. It will reflect in our decision buying decisions. This is an intentional interest to control the behavior of, for example, a church members might appear regarding consumption and recommendations to buy from specific stores or products. Like maybe if I go to this denomination and this church, the reference group will, they would certainly influence my buying behavior. There are recommendations on stores and specific items and specific shops that maybe I may even have this favoritism towards a person who is, maybe of the same denomination, of the same church. So, religious teachings could be supportive or hostile to investing. Also, religious teaching is affecting our investment plans, maybe based on our religion. Especially, for example, let's say when it comes to Islam, we do have a very positive aspect, a positive perspective towards life. So for Islam, we would rather go for investment. We are ready, like, we have a positive approach towards life. We are in a optimistic when it comes to life, so that would enhance our investments. Similarly, maybe let's say when you look at Christianity, it would rather say that as simplicity would be more divine. So when that also may affect the investment, how, what is to be invested, and how, where do you believe in stock markets, or what about the interest, all these things. And the religion, as previously said, consists of ethics, ideals, and teachings and concepts that followers are expected to uphold. When we believe in a religion, we are bound to some certain mindset, and that is affecting our values, our beliefs, and our understanding of perceptions towards the world and items. After all, the buying behavior. I'd like to quote one example, and maybe please don't feel offensive. Like, let's say we have, because of religious aspects, because of religious beliefs, that we may even boycott some items. For example, Christians used to boycott Starbucks because they did not have celebrative color or theme on the cup, during Christmas. Or maybe I would rather say, maybe at this recent times, we have this mindset of boycotting some items because we favor this religion or these group of people. Clothing and style. Let's say, look at buying behavior when it comes to your clothes. I already mentioned about the color. Or maybe let's say we buy these type of garments. For example, Orthodox churches, when you go to very conservative Orthodox churches of Roman Catholic churches, in, for example, in Georgia, then you're not allowed to wear any men's costumes. You need to have special skirts that when you have to enter to these churches. So the garments, the clothes that we opt also may, it's all are related to what beliefs that we are in. Religion is impactful when it comes to the transportation, which is indirectly, affecting the market, the buying and the production and the demand. Let's say Christians throughout may travel during festive seasons, and they have this feeling of pilgrimage also, maybe to the Holy Land. Again, like, let's say we do have when it comes to Islam as well. Recreations also, when it comes to entertainment, what sort of entertainment, what sort of these are also mentioned in religious scriptures, which, based on your religiosity, you would be like opting what sort of an entertainment that you can have. Maybe you're exposed to, maybe gaming, for example. We don't, maybe very conservative, like Pentecostal church, maybe, Protestants, they don't believe in this gaming. They may restrict in the church, which would reflect on how, what sort of software or games or recreation that you are open to. That also will be there in our values and our beliefs. The implication of the study, there are several implications of business, marketers, and society as a whole. Let's say when it comes to marketing, we may have to focus on, we may have to consider this as an element when it comes to consumer segmentation, consumer preferences, and the buying behavior. We will understand, we may have a look at it when it comes to the buying behavior of a consumer, because we know these values and the morals are reflecting, it would be reflected. And maybe when it comes to Middle East, we may focus on these things. When it comes to marketing, I would say branding, and in the corporate values, religion can play a role in shaping a company's branding image and corporate values. Ethical and responsible marketing, when it comes to marketing, it would give essence to ensure that we are into some ethical point, because we are considering the values and the beliefs of the consumers that we are focusing on. And then cross cultural marketing, the recommendations of the study, we have to research and understand the target market before, we are planning of our brands. Cultural sensitivity and respect, we may have to really embrace, even though we feel that we are, as global citizens, we are like, what is it, we have an exposed and extended mindset. But even then, for me or for you, you're born and brought up in this religion, and it is affecting you, it is affecting. So we need to entertain, or we need to accept, and we need to enhance the feeling of cultural sensitivity, safety and respect, even though it is global villaged. Align with shared values, adapt to cultural and religious holidays, and foster inclusion and diversity when it comes to any business decisions that we make. So, in conclusion, we have to understand every community, people share ideals, ideologies, and principles, and these are a part of the religious body that we belong to, and it has very important impact in the commodity demands and in the behavior of a consumer. Consumption and expenditure are changed during times of festivals. Thus, religious ideology influences consumer behavior. So this is the conclusion. This is the study. Thank you so much.